वसुदेवसुदं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. It's a beautiful small note which you need to know. A great author, he wrote a book, just 40-page book. 40-page book giving the gist of his philosophy. Somebody asked him, what is this? You wrote just 40 page. Your whole philosophy is just 40 page. He says, no, I did not have time. If I had time, I would have written only 20 page. He says, I did not have time. That is why I wrote 40 page. If I had enough time, I would have written only 20 page. To give it in a simple form, you need more intelligence. To put the whole thing in a nutshell form, you need more intelligence. To go on and on and on, you don't need intelligence. Any fool can do. Any fool can write big volume. I think only fools write big volumes. Intelligent people express it in few words. He says beautifully, I did not have time. If I had enough time, I would have written only 20 page. Because I don't have enough time, I am not able to reduce that. I am not able to put it in nutshell form. Here the whole Gita, whole 700 sloka is reduced to these 2 slokas. Straight away Krishna is attending the problem. Straight away is answering. Where Arjuna is stuck, he is just clearing it. He is stuck in fear. He has to work means there is only one possibility, name and fame, Rajas. Because he is centered on Rajas. Man who is centered on Sattva will work out of compassion. Man who is centered on Rajas will work only for name and fame. The man who is centered on Tamas will work only for sense pleasures. Yesterday I was telling you, Duryodhana is in Tamas. He will work only for his sense pleasures. Cruel way. Very crass. Dharmaraja is in Sattva. He will work only out of compassion. Here Arjuna is centered on Rajas. He will work only for name and fame. So here, that is why Bhagavan says, this will bring you bad name. Please don't lose your name. Come out and do. He's straight away addressing the weak point. Actually, straight away putting his hand on the tumor. But fortunately, Arjuna is not so intelligent, or he acts, he is not so intelligent to understand the trouble. Somehow I am not able to believe Arjuna is so dumb, because he lived with Krishna more than 30 years. Maybe he is putting all these questions for our sake, for the future generation. Arjuna must have been intelligent. He is putting all these questions for our sake. Klaibyamma smagamapartha naitat tvayubhavatyade shutram hridayadaurbalyam tyakpo uttishta parantapa. Again he is emphasizing, O Arjuna, yield not to this debasing impotence. Don't behave like this. Come out. He is straight away addressing the issue. He is not creating philosophy. He is not beating around the bush. Let me tell you a small story. In Newsweek, I read this story in the Newsweek magazine. There was a guy who had a compulsive obsessive problem, some psychiatric problem. The problem is he will be continuously tearing all the papers. Whatever paper falls in his eyes, he will start tearing them into bits and pieces and spread all over the room. Some habit. Whatever papers, whether it is some important document or dollar bill, whatever comes in front of his eyes, he will start tearing it and he will spread all over the room. His family is worried. They took him to Jungians, Freudians, and whatnot, whatever possible treatment. Spending so much of money. They tried all possible treatment, but nothing worked. Nothing worked. Suddenly one day they saw an advertisement in the newspaper. Young but very innovative psychotherapist. They saw the advertisement. They thought, why not try? Let us try. They took him to the doctor. He was a young guy. He said, I just wanted to spend a few minutes with the patient. Left. He and the patient, both of them started walking up and down. And just 3-4 minutes, he came back and said, he is all right, please take him back. They were surprised. They took him back to the house and really he became all right. More than 1 year over, is perfectly all right. Where the problem disappeared, nobody knows. With full of gratitude, the family people came to the doctor again. They expressed their gratitude and they said, what have you done? Please tell me. Please tell us what you really did. How did you cure him? No Freudian, no Jungian could do anything. They were all trying their best to throw some light on his unconsciousness. They are not able to do anything. What have you done? He says, just I told him, don't tear papers. If you tear once more, they will bring you here for next session. I'll just push you out of window. Don't tear papers. If you do it again, anyhow they will bring you here for next session. And I don't bother about all these things. And I don't believe in all this psychotherapy, psychiatric and all these things. I'll just push you out of window. Throw you out of window. Simply became all right. Very simple solution. Straight solution. Simply became all right. Many times our problems are very simple. We complicate the problem by analyzing it. When you verbalize, label the problem and start analyzing, you complicate them. You give power to them. Your problems are not as big as you think. Your problems are not as big as you think. But when you verbalize, when you start creating, when you start categorizing, when you start rubber stamping, when you start downholing, when you start analyzing, you have created 100 more new problems which never existed in your being. By naming it, by verbalizing it, by analyzing it, you have created more problems. The more you analyze, you will invent more problems, more difficulties. The more you analyze, the more you will be in difficulty. Straight, simple solution, over. No more big stories. No analysis. No question of lying down in the couch. Just one word. if you do this once more, you will be brought to me again. Naturally, your family will bring you here only. Next time you come here, you will be simply thrown out of the window. Over. The whole problem is solved. Because we don't know how to solve the problems, we create more and more problems. You have only one mind. Either you can use that mind to solve your problems, or naturally you will be using that same mind to create more problems. Please be very clear. If you are not solving your existing problems, you will be creating more problems. Either you will be climbing or falling. No question of standing in between. In mind level, no question of standing. No question of status quo. Either you climb or you fall. You have only one mind. Either you use the mind to solve the problems, otherwise automatically by its own nature you will be using it to create problems. Here, Krishna is straight away addressing the Arjuna, is straight away addressing the problem. He is not creating any big story. One more small story. One guy walks into a bar with his pet pig. The bartender notices the pig with one wooden leg. He was surprised. First of all, he is surprised somebody bringing pig with them, and that pig having wooden leg. He asked the customer, why your pig is having wooden leg? This guy said, if you give me one drink free, I will tell the whole story. He wants to encash the curiosity. Bartender thought, all right, after all, one drink. He said, all right, have it. You don't know how special this pig is. After having first drink, this guy starts the story. You don't know how special this pig is. When there was a big fire in my house, this pig broke my house and helped me to come out and helped my wife to come out of the house. It saved my whole family. Bartender listened the whole story. Then he says, I understand, but why it is having one wooden leg? The guy said, wait. If you give one more drink, I can continue the story. This guy has now created too much of curiosity. He says, all right, have one more. Then he says, oh, you don't know how special this pig is. The other day when I fell in the lake, it just jumped inside the lake and somehow struggled and brought me out. Went and called my wife. She came and saved my life. Again this pig saved my life. Now it is too much. This guy said, I understand this pig is special. Bartender says, I understand this pig is special. But tell me why it has got one wooden leg. He says, if you can give one more drink. Now it is too much. But the bartender decides, all right, this is the last, have one more. After having the third drink, he starts. No, last time when there was a tornado, it helped me to enter into the shelter house and it saved my life once more. Now it is too much. Bartender simply caught the shirt of this customer and said, tell me now immediately why it is having one wooden leg. Now it is too much. This fellow says, all right, I'll tell you. Such a special pig, who will eat all at once? I am eating part by part. The whole story is only one line. You can answer this whole question in one line. I just do not want to eat this pig all at once, so I am eating part by part. To tell that one line, he has to create such a big story. He must have been a great philosopher. He must have been a great philosopher. Here, Krishna is not creating any philosophy. Straight away he is answering. He is not telling any big story. He is not bringing anything. But because Arjuna is not matured enough, he has to give the intellectual explanation. Please understand, all the Western philosophy starts with logical analysis and ends in the conclusion. All the Eastern darshanas gives the conclusion, then starts analyzing. They are giving you the first chance. If you are intelligent enough, please catch the solution, come out. When you are not intelligent enough, then no other way. They have to start the process from 1, 2, 3. They expect just by the trust you will come up. When you are not qualified, then they start the usual regular process. Here, Krishna tried the first method of sudden enlightenment, the immediate liberation, the immediate enlightenment. But Arjuna is not mature to receive it, to get it. So now Krishna starts the process step by step.